I gave him a few little grunts and he turned on a dime and came here to about 80 yards. I think I just smoked him. And that, ladies and gents, is why you let the small ones go. I really thought I was going to regret passing that 3-year-old, but it's October 25th, and it's been raining the last 2 days. It's kind of let up here this afternoon, but practice was moved indoors, and it was a pretty short one today, so we're able to get in the stand. It's the last cold front of October. Still a little bit of a sprinkle every now and then, so I got a trash bag over the camera, so if you hear some feedback on the noise, that's what that is. But these does are kind of headed my way, I think, to check out the decoy, so we will put this thing up and see what we got. Happy Halloween. October 31st, obviously. Got back out in the stand this evening. We had a short little costume scrimmage for baseball, so they let us out early. It's been a minute since I've been in the stand, but we're back here in this big corner stand. You can see 3 different little coves here we got in this field. I put out the decoy, hoping that we can rattle or grunt something in. We got tons of scrapes just littered around the edge of this field, and instead of just trying to pick the right stand, we decided to put out the decoy, and I know they're going to come out here and freshen up the scrapes at some point now that it's dry a little bit, so fingers crossed. Tomorrow's obviously the best month of the year, so we're getting in the thick of it right now. Anticipation's super high, and hopefully we can get a mature buck on the ground, so really looking forward to this set. November 6th, back in the stand this evening. We got the decoy out here in front of us, and we've already had 2 little bucks come cruising through these fields looking for does. Hopefully we can get one of these deer to come out and challenge the decoy we got here in front of us. We got more shooters showing up. Pops showed up. Haven't seen that deer since, last December, I guess. He's a grandpa on the farm. He's been here for 2 or 3 years now. I've been chasing him, and a couple other new deer that showed up that are definitely shooters, so fingers crossed. Again, hopefully the big 8 comes out, but we'll see. No promises that OG makes an appearance, so we're gonna let some arrows fly tonight. It's the plan. obviously that sucks. That's one of our target bucks we named Pops. Been chasing him the last 2 or 3 years. It's the first encounter I've ever had with him, and he was coming into the decoy, I think. He was following barbed wire, and there were 4 does right around the decoy, and one of them got too close and spooked, blew out the whole field, and he was probably 80 or 90 yards, and he got out of here, so we still got some daylight left, but man, that sucks, getting that close. November 18th, and Lord have mercy, it is cold. The weather app says it feels like 16 right now, and the sun is out, but it's not doing anything. I'm bundled up like the Michelin Man right now. The wind is howling, but we're on the grind still. We gotta try to kill a deer this year, so we're out here. Hopefully we get one of these shooters to come out here following a doe or something. They're kind of locked down right now, so either they're locked down with the doe or they're looking for one that's available. So I mean, you would think they'd be on the beans tonight, so hopefully I don't sit out here and freeze my butt off for nothing, but it's chilly. Hopefully we see some movement. We saw one of our target deer named Pops. He came out over here to our right. 90% of the deer we see are to our left over here, which is good for our wind, but he stepped out directly downwind, and as soon as he stepped out, he knew something was up. He kind of strutted around, knew something was wrong, and ended up bolting just straight up the field. I had the scope on him the whole way, watching the tail go, but he never stopped, so it's certainly one of the more frustrating seasons I think I've had. So we got a few more days left this weekend, then I gotta get home for Thanksgiving, and that'll wrap up gun season. So got a few more days to make it happen. Fingers crossed. Alright, November 20th. We're back in the corner this morning, where we've seen most of the action in the mornings the last few days, so had a good buck through here early yesterday morning, but I mean, anything that walks through right now, we need some meat in the freezer too, so not gonna hesitate to shoot a doe. But really cold, really still morning, so fingers crossed we get something to walk through. Alright, I think we just smoked a doe. They just kind of kept filing out of this corner here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just kept waiting, and finally the 6th one came out, the biggest one, and the 2 bigger ones were kind of grouped up there for a second. I waited probably 5 or 10 minutes to make sure no bucks were following them, but
think we put a good shot on her, and Dad's up here, so we're gonna get down and track her here in a second. Well, November 20th, finally got a deer on the ground. It's been too long, but got some meat in the freezer. Thank God Dad's here to help me drag her out, because she's a good sized doe, but came out with 5 others and gave me a good 40-yard shot, so she only made it probably 50 yards down the hill. So got meat in the freezer, and finally got a deer down, so that's good.
It's November 22nd, the last day of rifle season. Just a few minutes ago we passed on what we think is a 3.5-year-old. He's got a good looking rack on him. I got the gun up and was really tempted to shoot him, but we think that deer's 3.5, so we're gonna let him go. Might regret it at the end of the year, but I think I made the right decision right there, even if I have to eat my tag for the time being. Last morning here in Missouri, I gotta go home this afternoon for a family dinner tonight, so it's our last sit for rifle season, and hopefully we get one of these mature bucks to step out.
And that, ladies and gents, is why you let the small ones go. I really thought I was going to regret passing that 3-year-old, but we were actually about to pack up. It's probably about 8:30 or so right now, and I got to get home, but thinking about packing up, and I look down the corner, and there's a good-looking buck making a scrape. I think it's one I had over the summer. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he's just a good mainframe 8-pointer, and he was heading back down further in the corner. I gave him a few little grunts, and he turned on a dime and came here to about 80 yards, and I think I just smoked him. So we're gonna give him a little bit, but we're gonna get down, go, hopefully recover him, and then gotta get home for some Thanksgiving activities. But last day of gun season, I think we just got it done. Good stuff. All right, we're tracking probably 100 yards, and there he is. Just a nice, good-looking mainframe 8, bladed on both sides of his G2s. A nice, clean 8-point right there. Put on a show this morning. All right, well, November 22nd, the last day of gun season here in Missouri. Man, I don't even know what to say right now. It's been a frustrating year, to say the least, up till this point. And he came out mid-morning, made a scrape for us down here, worked it for 5 or 10 minutes, gave us a show, and it's not a buck I've seen since probably August or September. But that's what the rut does. It brings in some bucks you haven't seen in a while, or some new ones, and couldn't be more thankful, couldn't be happier. Just stand behind this great 8-point right here. Alright, y'all ready for a treat, because I'm the only one here. I gotta load this big old deer in the back of this truck. So, this could either go really good or really bad. Coach asked, this is my lift for the week. Alright. Couldn't be more thankful, couldn't be happier. Just stand behind this great 8-point right here.